T-minus 20 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Hello guys and dolls, welcome back to Honey Badger 3D Print and Paint. Joining me today in my slow descent into madness is my esteemed colleague Michael. We've got Carl from Fanatical Fentons, and we also have Martin from Under the Hot End, who I notice has currently abandoned his post. So today we are taking a look at continuing the build. So this is part 4 of the RatRig build. This is X-axis. I was fiddling, and through my fiddling, I have now completely assembled the idlers for both sides of the X. I did that for a couple of reasons. One, these really weren't fitting on, and I had to do a lot of test fitting to try and shave out some of the interior to get them on. And it was incredibly fiddly trying to get the micro washers in between all of these parts, to the point as to which I really wanted to just give up on 2 or 3 of them and just not put them in. But they are all in there. I'm doing this as properly as I possibly can. So the X-axis is almost together. Obviously, still lots to do. The X-axis actually has to be attached to the machine, so that's going to be the next thing to do. And then obviously we've got, tool heads to put on and all of that good stuff. It's a good chance I might have to get a step ladder to be able to put the actual tool head on. I don't think I'll actually be able to reach for most of that. So I might actually have to get a little stool. So let's take a look and see who has joined us. Welcome back, Martin.
I'm back.
So we've got Mr. German has joined us. Paul, James, 3DP UK, Non-Stick, got Martin. I think Martin and Paul are just here to make sure I don't get the drill out again, which, to be clear, we've still got one X-rail to put on, so who knows? We've got Kamer Studios, and once again, you sent me the invite for YouTube. Not, oh, bugger, did I? Okay, 1 second. Well, you got a link, Matt. I don't know what you want from me. Come on. Here we go. And photo, hello, welcome. Let me just turn that other camera back on, as that's my close-up camera, and we really do need that. Okay, cool. Right, so as I said, what we've got at the moment is the X-axis 2020. I have the idlers on this. So the idlers are on opposite ends. So there's a toothed one on the bottom and a smooth one on the top, and the antithesis on this side. Quite like that word. That'll be why he's swearing in the other room. Sounds about right. Are you cussing out your room, Matt?
No. Why?
Disgraceful. Been immediately grassed in by your missus.
Really?
All right. So what I will do is I'm just tightening up these larger M6s.
Is it warm enough for you today, Matt, in your little in your print room?
Yeah, I like it.
Oh, it's too hot. Very warm. It's too hot.
This is all I've heard from everybody for the last couple of days. It's just been, it's hot. Might be too hot.
Yeah. For me,
everybody unhappy.
I love it, to be honest. I am actually a real big fan of this sort of weather.
Yeah, but you live in Devon way, so you're used to it.
But yeah, I'm the duck again, man. This is quality.
You have 20 degrees at Christmas.
Duckhead.
The biggest issue for me is literally that I'm not able to spend as much time in the summer house, because it is oppressively warm in there at the moment.
Yeah, and I've got my job for tomorrow is to pack up the rest of the garage, and I'm really not looking forward to it.
So I can imagine.
So my print shed is 30 degrees at the moment with 45% humidity.
Yeah, I don't know where mine at. What's
You
mine
should,
at?
Carl, you should get some like metal plates and put it around your shed.
You're actually a
What, to
little
turn
bit.
it into an oven? Your face is a duck. I don't know
I
what
am
that.
the duck.
Oh, right.
I am the duck on the screen.
Right, yeah, I see.
Loving it. I am the duck.
I genuinely didn't know what that meant then. I was like, that sounds offensive. Like, that's got to be rude.
I'll take it.
Somewhere around here. Oh, maybe I could use this. Can I use this?
Ooh,
Aha!
sweatboots.
Huzzah! Turns out my nozzle spanner is the perfect size for an M5 hex nut.
There you
Non-stick. I've actually got 2 fans on at the moment in the shed. One from behind, one from the side, and it is hot.
Carl's actually slightly higher than me at the minute. I'm at 33. I have no fans, and I am sat in a summer house, which is like a greenhouse. But it's all good.
I'm at 1 million Kelvin.
And that's just from the curry you ate last night.
Oh dear, Mike's in a garage, and the problem is his garage. The sun just beats on the front of the garage door from
All
about
afternoon.
2 o'clock in the afternoon, so it just
Oh,
turns it into tomorrow.
Whereas before we insulated it and boarded it, that created a gap. But now we've removed it. The garage door is just now a massive radiator.
Yeah, nice.
Wow.
Nice. Just preheat the metal. Brilliant.
Yeah, it's. I mean, it's lucky really. Mike isn't actually printing at the moment because I challenged that it would be actually quite hard to carry on printing in the room at the moment.
Yeah, I've knocked mine off tonight.
No, next.
No.
I just kept the orders in for my next projects for the charity project changes.
Yeah,
Is it a little thing?
Matt,
Yeah,
your flat is 30 degrees in winter, so they're used to that heat, aren't they? Your printers.
I'm used to it. Yeah, I know how to handle them.
You look a bit like you got a suntan on your face.
25. I keep it running about 25.
You know,
You look like-
Matt. You know it's hot when Matt's sweating.
Yeah, I was just saying,
Yeah.
it looks like Matt's face is called suntan off the bed of his printer. Look.
See, all dry.
Either that or another person's gone missing in the local area, and Matt's just worried.
Oh, geez, Matt, that's a bit close.
It's where Matt's just face planted the hotbed, isn't it?
He got a bit close to the G-Tech bed.
And it burst into flames. in his face.
Radiation burn,
Just
right?
immediately burst into flames in front of him. Yeah, I was going to say.
Actually, I'm getting rid of 2 G-Techs.
I don't blame you. You should get rid of the other ones as well.
Yeah, it's only to buy 3 more.
No.
Is that so you can get another 2?
No, I'm replacing
Luis.
them with some other ones.
Louis,
What I'm
shouldn't it be
getting.
your print room?
Because I have no
if you are
room,
now
you know.
married?
Does that mean that Louise is going to get part of her room back?
No.
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 Oh, okay. So I'm not using the drill just so that Paul doesn't have a breakdown again.
Is there a special password, Matt, to get into your print room now, sir?
Yeah, definitely.
Is there a special
Just
salute
about
I might
it.
have to do?
Is it sheep?
Yeah, Louise just says, let me in or
Damn,
smash
how
the
did you
face.
know the password?
You have an obsession with sheep.
I should imagine Louise's password is something along the lines of, if you don't let me in, I'll make you pay rent. He goes, oh, I'll let you in, don't worry about it, it's fine.
Already.
So what projects have you got on the go at the minute then, Carl, bearing in mind that
Yeah, they were good.
your office is currently slightly cooler than the surface of the sun?
I've actually got some flexible dragons going at the moment.
Okay.
I had 2 orders from my wife's work, but I've been using my laser today. Actually, she's considering she's a civil servant. They do a lot of like competitions.
Yep.
And they're doing a Jubilee one now, and they're decorating a plant
Platty
pot.
Jobs.
So I've lasered engraved 2 guards from Buckingham Palace and the Queen and her corgis. So she's painting them to go on the plant pot.
You lasered the Queen. How dare
what?
you?
I did
Not
watch the Queen.
her as a person.
Well, she is German, though, isn't she, Matt?
Yeah,
Which
no.
explains a lot.
Her. I think her. Hold on, let me think. I know her husband, ex-husband. Well,
Her ex-husband.
ex-husband. Yeah, I almost said ex-husband. Sorry, I mean the one who died, sadly, and he is part German, part Greek. I know.
You need like
Did you read that in the book, Matt?
No.
Did you read that in a book?
you need like a stepladder at this point, man. Definitely looking a bit uncomfortable screwing that in.
Oh, he's going to be sweating now.
Once I get the first one in, I'll be all right because I just need to square it. There we go. Well, I just need to square it out. But once, there we go. I just need to get the other side on so it doesn't bend.
No, I don't think the Queen's gonna get married again.
You don't think she's going to get married again?
No.
No, I also don't think that she's going to get married again.
So Louise has just put on that Matt Reed, ? Matt, you tell me you're in a reading club.
Yeah, Lithuanian.
Is it just
is it
books
password,
with
Mr.
pictures? Is it pictures with books?
Damn, how did you know?
Paint by numbers, isn't it?
Yes.
You can only count to 5 though, so he's.
What are numbers? I only have toes and fingers.
2 fingers.
Literally going to have to go around the front to reach this. This is terrible. Oh, that's a very large box that's in the way. Cool.
Oh.
So, Mr. German, what have you got on the printers at the moment apart from lithophane?
Nothing. I just finished the print half an hour ago.
I seen a picture
Is it a
Louise put
lithophane?
on Twitter with all the polymaker filament.
Matt
I know.
Love it.
Here you go. That's what I've been printing.
Balls.
Canon.
Yeah.
He's been printing balls.
Does it work? Aim it at your camera and go for it, Matt.
Hold on, I have to clean it a little bit more.
Louise is outing you everywhere. Yes, we have a book club, but he doesn't read. I say he's fraud.
Louise, I would agree. If you go to a book club and you don't read, it kind of defeats
That
the
is
object.
fraudulent behaviour, I'll grant you.
But hang on, because she hasn't said what sort of book club. I think they're picture book clubs.
Exactly.
And he's still not reading that.
There's all
That's
types of
upsetting.
literatures and pictures.
Still not worked out how to open them.
No, he's still on. Do you know them
My
cardboard
knife.
books that little babies have?
Anyway,
What, like the
just
Colin
need to
the
clean it a little
Caterpillar
bit
ones?
on the rim.
No, like the ABC.
But you can see.
Roger read that one.
Mm.
Oh, it's not firing very well, is it?
No, it
Wow.
fires. I just need to clean the rim on
You've got to
inside
clean
the
your rim.
You've got to
Yeah.
clean your rim.
You've got to clean your rim.
Come on, guys.
This is
This
descending
is
already.
getting
I can
bad.
tell.
It's getting really terribly bad here.
Paul's put pop-up books.
Damn, my favorite thing. Damn.
No, Matt's too young for them. He'll just break them.
Oh.
And you can see James getting into his new shed.
Yeah. James's new consortium room is working out quite nicely at the minute.
Biff and Chip, that's it.
Different shit. You put it round the wrong way, ain't you?
Don't start saying hurtful things because I don't know yet.
Is it upside
But I'm
down?
going to tell you now, I'm nowhere near as confident about this as I should be.
So how are you and your wife gonna fit in there if you move in there?
This is a one-bed apartment. Pal.
Oh, it's written on the bottom. Oh, that's upsetting.
It's upside
No,
down.
No, I reckon that's right. Is it? I don't know.
Look at that face. That's a face of despair. Oh man.
Hold on.
See, you could have
Well,
Matt
none of
reading.
that tells me how to tell which way's front and which way's back.
You could have Matt reading the manual for you.
If we could
Right.
have a mat plug.
That's really the level. That's the level of clarity that I need. This looks like a 3D printer. You're going to have to figure out everything else.
This is looking like a spray tan booth more and more each time I see this stream. No, we have authors visiting each week. We talk to them. Matt asks really stupid questions. Nobody has to prove they've done any reading, though. Luckily, most do read.
No one has to prove it.
Louise, I think that needs to be put in the terms and conditions of being in the club.
Is not.
No, otherwise, I'm part of the book club because I do the lithophane for them.
So you buy your way in.
So that's blackmail.
No,
It's
I
just
do
buying
it for
his way in.
free.
Blackmail.
So the teeth are on there.
Paul says it's easy to see front and back.
Well, that doesn't sound like that's true, Paul. So
Thanks for
I'm
that.
unclear as to how you're making that assumption. It doesn't say front and back on it, so I don't understand how you're making the very bold claim that it's very easy to tell. Because it doesn't fit. Oh, I do feel like it's the wrong way around, though. Like even without knowing, I feel like I already know, and I feel like I'm unhappy about it. Genuinely, I think it. No, it is. That's so annoying. Right. Fine.
We told you so.
Yeah, the printed parts are marked L and R.
Yeah, but they are marked. So they are marked L and R. But unfortunately, the L and the R is underneath the two black plates that hold them on. So it's all well and good saying that it's marked, but it's covered up.
You should remember which one is which.
Oh, okay, fair enough. I'll just remember it then. I don't know why I didn't think of that, Matt. Cheers.
Well, what can we say to that?
Oh, well, I think he's pissed off with me now.
I think the only thing that's gonna annoy me more than these being wrong is if I actually take these off and it turns out they're right. That will annoy me more than doing it this way.
So either way, people, we are about to see James get annoyed.
Is this the RatRig Amateur Hour? Don't tell me how to live, Akuma Mods. All of your printers come pre-assembled. This is easy for you.
Well, you always can pay somebody to assemble it for you.
I could pay someone to assemble it for me.
Yeah.
Does sort of negate the point of it being on a YouTube channel, though, doesn't it? To be honest, if all I'm doing, otherwise I could just start a channel that's just other people building IKEA furniture for me.
And here's one I built earlier.
Right. Well, the good news is it definitely was on the wrong way around, so it wasn't just me being ridiculous. I tell you what, it's much easier to fit these screws in this way around as well. Like, that's really annoying.
Oh.
Just laugh at you guys.
Still, solved before you got too far.
Oh, this is. There we go. All right. I could just tell as I was like looking at where the belts were going to go.
It didn't look right.
I'll be taking mine apart soon to change it to the ABS and EVA 3. So I know that RatRig has just released the Vcore 3.1, but I'd be lying if I said I knew what the primary difference was. I know they've redesigned some of the parts, but I don't really know how big the upgrade is. and whether it's something you really need to worry about.
Matt, have you upset Louise this weekend? She appears to have it in for you today.
She just grassing him up again.
She just said, don't give Matt any more channel ideas. He already had loads of daft ones.
Thanks, babe. And you said you agreed with me.
Fair play. If you said that, then you are legally obliged to fulfil that. It was in the vows.
Oh yeah. We have a contract.
Come on.
Matt Akuma Mods put 8 people in here. That's like quarter of the UK population.
That's fair. All the other ones are just telling us it's too hot.
Yeah, and tomorrow there'd be six people in the country because everyone else would be toasted.
Because everyone else would be dead.
Yeah, be gone.
There's a good chance Mike won't make it through the night.
Strong chance. I'll be surprised if I make it through this stream.
Why is Matt the target on every live stream? It's not he's the target, he just makes it so easy for us.
Yeah. It's like shooting fish in a barrel.
Louise said, I said nothing of the sort, but I'll find a book if you like, Matt. There you go.
Yeah, find one with pictures, please.
Was the honeymoon a success? Was it a nice break, or was it just like?
Oh, be careful how you phrase that question.
Well, I asked.
What happened at the honeymoon stays at the honeymoon. So.
Well, I did ask the other day when you was on here if
we know
there was a lot of retraction.
While he was on it.
Well, yeah, looking at pictures.
Where did you go for your honeymoon, Matt?
Wales.
Wales.
Yeah.
God, there's just nothing about your life that I like, Matthew.
I know.
It's just nothing about that just made me so sad just saying when you said that. Terrible.
What part of Wales, though, Matt?
We have different taste. I mean, you know. You like the luxurious life. I like the simple life.
What did you do in Wales? Was it like...
Was Matt, what part of Wales did you go to, though? Because that makes all the difference.
Brecon.
What was the area called again? Port Manus. Port Maddock. Port Maddock. Here you go.
Oh, see, run there.
Hold on, I think it's popped somewhere open.
You wanted this one, really?
Ah,
wet feet. Bit late for that one, though.
I thought the pop open. Oh yeah. No, I don't.
Where are you?
Well,
okay, so I'm going to look in. I'm going to look in the instructions and see whether or not somebody is going to tell me that there's an easier way to.
I hope none of those pages are stuck together, Matt.
Don't cut the belts.
That's
to
a
length.
worry,
Fold the belts through the XY joints. Well, that's not really. That's no more information than I already had. Like you can't just say fold the belts.
Let's go.
Oh, this is going to be aggravating. Right, that one, the front one's easy, especially once you've got the thing ran the right way. All right. So that goes like that. So that's fine. Hooray for that.
Yeah.
But then how do you do the back ones? Like the back ones don't just push through, do they?
Sure it'll be.
No. So how do you make them go through? Right, you got. Oh, this is awful. Right, so.
Matt's still reading Spot the Dog.
Yeah, we've lost Matt. We've lost him.
He won't know where that is in Wales.
What, Spot the Dog?
Paul's asked me visited somewhere in Wales. I'm not even going to have a go at it. There's more letters there than you've got in the whole of your books, isn't there, Matt?
Sorry, I didn't hear you. You were breaking up.
I'm just ignoring you now.
He just had a podcast, somebody reading Spot the Dog while he was flicking through the pages.
He was watching a YouTube video of how to read.
Hardly.
Feel Matt should end
You
this.
guys
stream
found
with
my
book reading.
weakness.
Page 1. Turn the page over.
Commonly
Page
called
2.
Right. So just to be clear, if the place you have called looks like a box of dropped Scrabble, you can't just then go, but we also call it Tim afterwards. Like you can't just go, oh yeah, well just to save a lot of time, we just say this.
We just put it Brian.
That's because most of the people in Wales can't pronounce it anyway. Although everything's got Welsh signposts, hardly any of them speak Welsh.
Yeah, it's brilliant, isn't it?
Yeah, just bloody foreigners. I am one. Oh no. Well,
This
sorry.
is very, very difficult.
He's ending up twisting in some really rather strange shapes. James is actually going to be in agony tonight after this.
It's going to
I'm
hurt
agony
him.
right now. Oh, well, this is completely impossible. Like, who invented this? What terrible maniac.
RatRig.
I'm going to try the other one. I don't know why I think that one's going to be easier. Oh, this is so hard. Can't even bend the. Do I have to? Oh, hold on. Maybe if I. Oh, but then I can't reach. Oh, this is terrible.
You have to be a gymnast to build this.
Oh no, that's okay. Oh, that's fine.
So Paul put, this is where tweezers come in handy.
Well, I don't have any tweezers, so I feel like what's going to have to happen is just sheer dumb luck, I guess. The problem is that you can't even because they're Gates belts, you can't even get a little bit of a lip on them to make them
Twist.
bend the right way. What the hell was that?
Matt opening a drink.
Oh, it's him. Gee, I genuinely thought that was a medically fascinating fart.
To be honest, I thought Matt was having a pee in his bottle.
I was so concerned then. I was like, oh, he needs to see a doctor about that. Like, it's not even making a noise now.
Oh, come on, guys, you crack me up.
His farts just hiss.
Just
Not the
the
rattle.
sound of
Like a snake fart.
sanity escaping his body.
It's just like a snake fart.
Yeah. Well, this part of the stream has become very difficult.
And here we are learning to braid with James.
I was going to say, oh, God, honestly, this is going to give me a nervous breakdown or something. Like,
You need a hand?
well, yes, but unless you plan on driving in fact, yeah, I do. You should drive 5.5 hours just to come and do something for me.
Okay. No problem. Babe, get ready.
You have to get Louisa's permission first.
Yeah, look.
Yeah.
When I go out, can you read the road signs?
Yeah, I'm navigator, of course. Take
You'll be all
north,
right,
babe. Go all the way
You've
north.
never seen James. You've
These
never
are
be able
easy,
to know
yeah.
what road he's on.
So, am I going to be able to get in there with these maybe and pull it through? No, absolutely not. I can tell that already. Have I got an airbrush needle? Talk amongst yourselves whilst I try and figure this out.
Guide.
Matt doesn't even have a provisional license.
For a bicycle.
For opening the door.
Come on.
So who are you giving your GTEC printers to then, Matt? Are you selling them to
His worst enemy.
Or are you giving them away because you can't sell them?
Or are you recycling them?
No, I'm giving them away. A friend of mine, he wants to have the Prusa, but
What you told him? What
Did you
G-Tech's
give him a
basically a
G-Tech?
Prusa, have you?
no,
You're a
no,
terrible friend.
no.
He's made a lithophane that says this is a Prusa.
Yeah. Oh, come on,
Louise
guys.
is telling us, though, Matt, that you don't navigate. That Louise actually uses a sat nav, so you can't even navigate to where to go.
Yes, I go that direction.
That way.
Yeah. You never hear the expression "all roads lead to James"?
I think that's wishful.
Okay, well, a new development is I've now got my Allen key stuck.
Oh, good God.
Which I'll
No,
admit wasn't 100% what I wanted to have happen. There we go. I've freed the Allen key. What a
How
success.
do you recommend this kit for like a new starter then?
My friend of mine, he asked me if I had any printers what I would sell, or and then I said, yeah, I have 2 of them right now. It's some G-Techs, and
He doesn't realise what G-Techs are.
no, I give him demonstration too, and a demonstration on the Prusa, and the Prusa, he likes the Prusa better because it's just easy for him to understand.
Oh, massive shock that he likes the Prusa better than that. All the roads in the UK are dead ends. They're cul-de-sacs.
So I even recommended him the Prusa. I did recommend him the Prusa, and I said, it's basically you have good. It costs a little bit more, but you have good customer care.
Did you tell him that you didn't build yours?
Premiums, though.
Hmm?
Right, I'm gonna have to go and get a pair of. I'm gonna have to go and get a pair of tweezers and see if I can. 1 second.
Matt, did you tell him that you'll get Louise to build it?
Only because you can't read the instructions.
No.
Yes.
No.
He wants a tiny print.
No, I keep my big G-Techs.
Sell him an Ender 2.
Oh, hell no.
Give him your focus.
That's the best printer he's got, though, isn't it? Can't do that.
If I die, I want to be buried with an Xbox and a 3D printer and my wife.
Yeah, but
sorry, you want to be buried with an
alive?
Xbox, a printer, and what I'm assuming is your still living wife.
That is a bit harsh, if I'm honest.
It does seem unfair, doesn't it? I don't see why.
Too,
I know misery likes company, but Jesus, like it's going to be warm where you're going. You're not going to want to take an Xbox down there. Like, Jesus Christ.
Louise, did you know this little clause in your marriage? That when Matt dies, you have to be buried at the same time.
I'm going to be buried in my favourite watch, just so that whoever's left can't cash it in.
I was actually watching. There's a channel on YouTube, like a watch fixer, Mike.
Yeah.
And he had this.
The watch doctor.
Might be, and it was like 1960s Rolex.
Yeah.
And it got seawater in it. And
I've seen that one. Yeah, it came out a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah. Oh, what a watch! 20-odd thousand. Yeah, 20 grand.
And that's in America. It's actually dear over it.
Yeah. Once he's dead, he won't care. There you go, Matt. There's confirmation that you'll be going with no Xbox or no printer or no wife. You have to get yourself entertained.
But you can have the book. You can have the... We will put that in there, Matt.
For me to read later, yeah, I know.
Well, you can catch up.
This has become less fun for me. This has become a lot less fun for me.
Stephen Tong, hello.
Hi, Stephen. You all right? We're currently watching me struggle immensely.
We're basically watching James's workout at this point.
But just watching me continuously fail is what's happening. Like if we're just trying to ballpark what's going on. It's just me trying very similar things and getting the same naff result.
There should be yoga instructions before you build this, shouldn't there? Like you have to do a yoga lesson for about half an hour to be able to.
Yeah. Did you stretch before or did you limber before?
Yeah.
Limber
I
up
didn't
before
stretch before I started. No, so this could turn.
No, but after all this stretching, it's only minutes away from him saying, "I need a poo."
And with the added heat as well, that sweat.
Yeah. It's really mixing to a right cacophony on my face at the moment. It's really quite unpleasant.
The worst thing is it's dripping towards his eye the way he's sort of laying back. It's getting quite worrying for him, bless.
That's upsetting me at the moment. Come on. Oh my God!
Carl.
You finally done
panic,
one.
but I've done one.
Don't pull on it.
Don't tell me where to live.
Push it back out.
Right, I've done that one. Right. Oh my God. Oh, I'm so excited now. What a rush. Oh no. Now I'm gonna have to like.
You're watching football, talking football again.
Who's watching football?
No, you.
You do realise there's no football on at the moment.
I don't know.
It's just pre-season, and that don't even count.
It's called pre-season. I know you can't read newspapers and magazines or TV guides.
George's gaming guide. This has been going on for a good 10 minutes now.
This is. Oh no!
I reckon he will take another 10 minutes.
Camera as well. Brilliant. Okay, right. This is. I'm not going to lie. This is harder. This side is definitely.
It's a good job it wasn't the 500 by 500 by 500.
Well, at this point, I don't think it would have made that much of a difference. Like I feel like this would have been an arse no matter how I was going about it.
Can you not turn it around the frame?
Can I what?
Turn the frame around?
Well, the problem is I've got access to it. It doesn't really matter which way round it is.
Okay.
It's just literally trying to. It's just trying to. What I'm doing. This is the gear is in a different place. So it's now record. Oh, hello. Don't lean on. Note to self: don't lean on the axis that obviously moves. Right. This is so terrible. Why is this so? Of all the tools they invented to be able to put this thing together, no one at any point thought, "Oh, I'll make a tool that will make this bit slightly easier."
It's probably because it's only you that's struggling with it.
Well, that can't be accurate. There must be other people who've.
Most people are probably building them on the floor, though.
Yeah.
It wouldn't make any difference. It's just getting something in there. The problem is it's too small for an Allen key to go in to be able to pivot it round.
You got any suggestions, Matt? Come on.
That's why
I've done one side.
Can you not fold it and push it? No, it won't fold.
No, the problem is the Gates belts are glass fiber reinforced. So when you bend the belt, it just doesn't form like it doesn't. It bends because it's flexible, but then it just springs right back. It's just annoyingly a really high quality belt.
Yeah, you haven't got much give with them, have you?
Can you put a bit of tape on the end?
Yeah, but
electrical tape to wrap it around, make it semi-rigid, and you can bend it then. Poke it in, pull it out.
Like at the moment, I'm half tempted to actually take the X-axis off and thread it through and then rebolt it, because otherwise I just don't know. Like I don't really see how else I'm going to be able to thread it through. Can you not get a pull wire through? No, well, not really, because where the that's why I bought the RatRig bench to go with the kit. It just puts the printer base just below your waist. Okay. Am I gonna? Because if I can just get that to go through. I think what we're witnessing here is the early stages of my breakdown.
We're gonna see you cry today then.
Well, either that or I'm gonna swear a lot. And I've already been warned on 2 separate groups that if I carry on swearing, I'm not going to be able to keep posting there. So one of those was Matt's. Right, push that through. Oh, push that through. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh dear.
Right, I feel like so I've got it through, but I now need to see if I can get it up onto the wheel, because it isn't.
By saying that, I'm 6'6", so it's about the same height for me as your table for you.
Come on. Come on. Oh, okay. Yep. No, you can't do that because that will, because that's, oh my God, this is already so, right. There we go. All right. So I guess the way you're supposed to do that then, or the only way I can see that you would normally do that is to thread that on before.
I'm not 6'6", James. No way. Matt, you've got the Anycubic Mono 4K, haven't you?
Any 4K? No.
Yeah.
I don't have that one. Anycubic 4K? I don't have that one.
You do.
Yes, I have. Yeah, the Mono 4K. I have. What's with it?
I've seen it on sale at the moment for $99.
Wow.
Oh, the 4K.
$99. Yeah, not the Mono X.
No, the 4K.
Yeah, it's a little bit smaller, but $100. Got a bad printer for that.
Mono 4K.
I was close to picking one up just for the sake of it. I must admit, I did think.
Well, Anycubics just dropped the price of their. Was it Anycubic who dropped it to like £109 or something, or $109?
Yeah,
thing on the other day. I'm sure they did.
Yeah,
it's only a basic machine, like it's only a 6-inch, but it was. I'm sure it was Anycubic. Hold on.
Yeah, the 4K.
And Akuma Mods, yeah, check on Anycubic's website. I've seen it posted today, actually. $109 or $99. I've seen it for.
Not the. It's not the M3.
Non-stick. It's 4K.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, just put Anycubic Mono 4K.
Yeah, they're having a sale on right now. Till the
Mono 4K. There we go. Oh, it's $219 on their website. I'm sure there was one that
it was on there.
Was it you who posted it up? It was, wasn't it?
Yeah, on their Facebook page.
Yeah.
It's got a sale on at the minute. It's 109.
Anycubic Fan Festival. It runs from July 14th to July 22nd.
Right.
And
Okay, so success. I've done the belts.
Yeah.
So the way I had to do that was I had to take the x-axis off, and then I had to literally pull this down to be able to thread it in front to back. Like almost definitely not the way you're supposed to do it, but whatever, it's on, so no one can turn this round. Oh God, it's so heavy already, and there's nothing in it. Okay, right, fine. Sure, that's not the mono SQ. Oh, it could be. What's the what's the difference? Mono SQ. I don't know what the difference is. There it is. So the Photon Mono SQ. Is it a 2K screen then? 3K. What weird. All right.
Resolution.
An odd resolution.
Martin, did you post it in the group? Did you, Martin?
Yeah, I'm sure I did. Let me have a look.
That's interesting. So something around here is meant to be an end stop. Oh, this one must be this. Maybe.
I may not
Loosen
have.
the cap screw, the M12. All right. I am definitely going to need an actual step ladder. Like that is. Tiny step ladder. There we go. Right. Well, this step ladder's stuck on all of the screws that I've dropped on the floor, so that's definitely going to... This could be the end of me. This might be how I die.
I think it was actually the washing cures at 109 at the second.
Yeah, I've seen it advertised for 109 today. Yeah, $999 for the M3 Max.
I'm not sure where I've seen it. I did see it. I'm sure you are right.
Loosen the cap.
Unless it was Spring who posted it.
No, she can't. She's on in prison, isn't she? She's on Facebook prison.
What we need is a single place that people can go to and find the offers they need.
MySpace.
AliExpress. Well, hopefully, if all's right, our website's just gone up and we are starting to put all the deals and things on the website as we speak. So that is hopefully what will happen there.
You think it's heavy now? Wait until the IDEX upgrade comes out. Oh my God.
So would I actually do an IDEX on... I don't know. I don't.
If you
think
did
I
an
would.
IDEX conversion onto that, we'd do a video on it and then you'd swap it back to a single.
Or I'd do the video and then I'd just never use the feature. I'd never use the functionality. That'd be my bigger thing. Right, before we start.
So, Paul, are you going to go for the IDEX kit then for it?
But don't get me wrong, if it's something that, like, if it's not that expensive, then yeah, maybe I'd do it, but it would have to be a good price, and it'd have to be an actual reason to do it as well. Like, I just don't really feel like I've got much of a need. I'm definitely going with the IDEX when it comes out. Oh, fair play. Oh, God. Okay, right. So, that one there. That one there. And this one. So, I've got the dowel pins.
The Cobra Max is $530 US.
Yeah, that's a good price.
What for the?
Cobra Max, the 450
Yeah,
by
that is a
400
good
by
price, to be fair.
400. So that's a decent size printer for that price.
They're good machines as well. I've got the standard Cobra, and yeah, I quite like it.
My apologies. Yeah, it's the Mono SQ that's 109.
Right. Okay. Still though.
Still $110 for a resin printer. It's not bad.
Not
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah.
Like I remember when the first Photon came out, and the fact that it came out at the price that it did, it was a genuine disruptor to the industry because all of a sudden, it was actually affordable to own one. Like up until then,
I've still got
it really
mine here.
wasn't.
I've still got a Photon Zero.
I've got one of the original Photons, and Mike, I think you have as well, haven't you?
Yeah, but yours ain't as cool as mine.
I mean, true. Yeah, you did the special upgrades.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus, these rods are getting nails, aren't they? Right. Oh, Jesus. So I'm just pushing these dowel pins in.
Well, I've got the longer orange 30 sat next to me in the box. I'm going to unbox it this week, see what that's like. I know.
Is that that's their entry grade one, isn't it?
Yeah,
no, they've got the orange 10.
Yeah, the orange longer 10. Then it goes to 30. Then the 4K.
Right.
So it's the 2K screen for the bigger build.
Right. So this.
Yeah,
You want to see my upgrade?
You have to build the UV cover on this one as well with elastic bands and clips.
Stephen, you're.
It's a bit dusty, but mine is the Iron Man upgrade. That's got an actual working arc light as a handle. Arc reactor.
I like that.
When you say actual working arc reactor,
Well, it
what
lights
you mean
up.
is it lights up. It can't power a small, powerful suit that would give you superpowers.
We haven't tried.
It's a touch misleading to say,
We
like,
haven't
oh, it
tried.
actually works.
We haven't tried it though, have we?
We haven't tried. No, that is technically true. I haven't 100% confirmed that it can't do that.
Well then, I suggest you keep your opinions to yourself.
Right, egg on my face. Apologies. There I was concerned that we were misleading our viewers, and here I am, the one looking the fool.
No, I've got the older one where it was the Photon Zero. Remember the old yellow?
So we've got the original. Both of us have got the original Photons.
Yeah.
And yeah.
We haven't used them for God knows how long.
Well,
no,
yeah,
you might have been using. Yeah. Way over.
Like I've built resin in mine so many times now. There's no way that it still works. Like it's not possible.
Try it. That can be the next one. We can see if it works.
I can almost guarantee you that there's no way that it can. like it can't be possible that one works.
Challenge the Photon.
I think I think the reason I stopped using it was my touch screen broke. And that was after I just replaced the LED array and a few other bits and pieces as well. Like I suppose I probably could actually do like a am I planning to print the 3-point? Look a fool. How long have you been assembling this? Look, it's a long build, all right? I can't do anything about that. Are you planning on print the 3.1 Z rod stabilizer? I hadn't done. I want to see how the 3 performs sort of first of all before I start doing any of the upgrades. There's a good chance that I may. I mean, if this turns out to be the nice machine that I think it is, I may end up buying the 3.1 upgrade kit anyway, or print the parts. I don't know whether or not there's actually any parts you need to buy, or whether it's just, whether or not it just. Come on.
Yeah, I took the build plate out of the orange 30 and realised how small it was.
Yeah.
Like it's smaller than my old Mono SE.
Really?
Yeah.
What's the build volume on it?
Oh Christ.
198? No, it's got to be smaller than that, isn't it?
It's
Small.
oh, is it? It's got a bit of height. If it's got 170 height wise, let me just find the proper size. By the time I find it, I'm sure Akuma Mods will have the answer. No, Matt. I think I watched Modbot's video on it actually and seen how bad the bat looked. I was like, oh Christ.
How bad the bat looked.
Yeah, it looked like it'd been put together by a 2-year-old.
Right.
So
Bloody hell,
build
George
plate-
Scammon God, that's about 2 years ago.
What
so
was?
the build plate is 120 by 68 by 170. So it's a little bit smaller. My photo mono still has the witches on the plate and printing. James.
Yeah, there was a while ago when I was doing it was a haunted carnival model. I can't even remember who it was who did big and the witches that were on it. They were just like, it was impossible to do them in FDM.
Yeah,
The only good thing about the Orange 30 is the build plate is angled down to allow resin to drip off.
Yeah, it's
And
got
the bat had leaked resin. All like, oh right, okay.
It's a bit thicker on the top. Like the ones I'm using now. The resin sits on the top. With that, it kind of angles and drips off a little bit better. But yeah, the vat looked really bad on it. It looked like someone had spot welded it while they're having their tea. They weren't looking what they were doing. It was bad.
Well, that's a problem. Smeg. There we go. Solve that problem. Right, okay. Magnets are in. So now we need the anti-backlash nuts. So these.
Yeah, Stephen. Yeah, I think when I was looking on their website, they seem to have changed the build plates a little bit on all of them.
Yeah. Yeah, because they've also released the 4K.
Hold on, Akuma. I'll get the vat and I'll show you it now. It does look a little bit better.
Goes like that. Like that. And then this screws on like this.
What are the backlash screws for?
I don't know.
Anti-backlash.
Is that an insinuation that yours didn't have them? Because that's alarming.
Okay, I've got those seagulls diving on my roof. Brilliant.
I think I need to try and grab a bit that is the right size.
I'll be right back, guys. Nature calls.
Lovely. Thanks for putting that image into everybody's head.
The book.
That'll be something that really doesn't leave people.
Oh dear. No, they come with it. I just
Please make sure you put it on mute.
He basically deleted that step for the backlash nut. Don't know. I don't know. I can't really comment. I've not got one. Can help himself. Look, the drill's back out.
What's that?
Look,
I haven't got time to be waiting around for all this, to get done up. Like, do you know what I mean?
Sat there like, oh, drill.
Busy man. I've got stuff to do.
You'll get it done, James, eventually. Cheers, Andrew.
Glad someone's confident about it.
You'll get there, mate. Just take turning them up the right way and popping them out and putting them back in a few times, but you'll get there.
That does seem to be the way this is going, doesn't it?
Yeah, you get there. Just put it in, take it out, put it in, turn it around.
Oh, son of a... No, hold on. Yeah, that's wrong.
God damn it.
This is upsetting.
Tomorrow is
Right, so this
national.
goes here. Let me open this one up.
No heated plate bed needed day. I think it's been that all week, to be honest.
Yeah. Right, so that's that one. Then we've got this one, which is that one, and that goes like that. It's working out the orientation of everything from the picture.
Yeah, it's awkward, isn't it?
Well, it just sort of... They don't really seem to be laid out in what I would consider to be a logical order either, but I don't really know whether it's
Carl's backstage again. James?
Pardon?
Carl's back in backstage.
Oh, is he? Oh, okay. Just a second. There we go.
Hello.
It's National Print Without an Enclosure Day. Yeah.
It was nice without you here, Carl. I weren't a duck, and now you've come back. I'm back to being a duck.
So there's the build plate. So it's got a bit of an angle on it. A bit like a
wedge.
Bit of cheese, yeah, cheese block.
Right.
That's quite funky.
That one goes through. That one goes
Basically,
through.
it's like an iron in this leather. You can put it on your crinkle clothes and it'll just flatten it out.
And what Matt was saying before about the vat being on it was like welded together by a chimpanzee.
George wants
now
to go for a cruise and a walk down the seafront.
It's now plastic now.
Right, so they're in. And then we attach these to the frame with the M320s. M320s.
Have fun on your cruise.
Bag out.
Right, so one would imagine that this... Okay, so we're now sticking these things onto the frame. So we should... Oh, right, we're going to have to use an Allen key for this one.
So there's your UV box, your case cover.
That's your UV box.
Yeah, that's the UV cover you put over the top of it. You have to assemble it. Some elastic bands and some little wedges on the bottom.
Okay, that's going to be fun.
What was that, Carl? Put it up again. Hold on, let me make you big.
So that's actually the UV cover for this resin printer. You have to assemble it. And it holds together with elastic bands. Yeah. It is. And it's like little plastic things that you build like a tent with, like a kid's tent.
Oh. Okay.
But saying that, it is only $150.
I was going to say, I mean, the problem is that realistically, the parts aren't getting any cheaper to make. So there's only really one area where they're going to be able to save money to make them any cheaper, and that's going to be stuff like that.
Yeah. Which means then that the box is smaller for it to travel in as well.
Well,
could you not glue it together?
I don't have a good track history with glue, really.
Well, what about with resin, and then you cure it on the joint?
See, I've got glue because I need to do this helmet. I keep putting it off because it'd be sod's law that I'd have plastic somewhere embedded on my finger and I'm stuck to it forever.
Oh well, that should be a fun unboxing then.
Or a really short one.
How did you get Gloop?
Did you take off big screen now, James? Pardon? Gloop, yeah, ordered it off. Can't remember. I ordered it off. Shop in the UK, Matt.
Was it 3D Jake?
Yeah, I was going to say 3D Jake.
No.
Well, 3D Jake aren't really in the UK, but they ship to the UK normally.
Uh, 3D prints.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. James sent me that. Sent me there for it. He says he uses it.
Once I've got these on, I've taken off my little plastic covers. Oh, I've definitely just lost one of the important screws. No, found it. Right. This one goes on the right because it's got the R on it. I can't see what I'm doing.
Okay, so 3D Drake ship from Austria. Okay. Is that for everything, is it then, James?
Yeah.
Pardon?
Yeah.
They ship everything.
You generally get it within like a few days, though.
Yeah. So they are pretty good. What I will say is they are shipping from the EU. So some of the stuff that's on the site, they won't ship to the UK. So, for example, they're one of the few places that I've managed to find online that for a while had frozen Mega 8Ks in stock, but they wouldn't ship them to the UK. I'm assuming just because of how absolutely savage the shipping is.
Yeah.
The computer says no.
It'd probably be cheaper to drive there.
I've no idea where they're. They've got a UK warehouse where they ship a bunch of stuff from, but then they've got a European warehouse. So I've no idea where it actually comes from. Right?
Well, that's it. It's harder to get parts now, isn't it? You know, like spares that you need.
Yeah, it is.
It's like on eBay, they've got Galoot Map as well, but their shipping is ridiculous.
It's the more niche products that I found harder to get. So things like Mike's had an issue recently that has meant that his Sidewinder X2 needs a couple of parts. And unfortunately, there just isn't anywhere in the UK that sells them.
3D Jake had some of the bits, but the rest was AliExpress.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So obviously there's just such a savage lead time.
And I ordered 2 parts from the same shop. One of them came in about just under 2 weeks. The other one took 5 weeks. Came from the same shop and they sent them separately.
It's crazy.
It did feel like they were just doing it to mess with us, to be fair. Like it was felt personal.
Oh yeah, 3D prints is about 30 miles away from us.
So it is hard in the UK to find places that will reliably ship that aren't Amazon. To be honest, like your only choice for the most part is, if it's not on Amazon, is to buy it on AliExpress. And if you buy it on AliExpress, then you're rolling the dice. Do you know what I mean? Like you just don't know that you're going to get it. Right. Okay, so now we have to play a fun game. What do I do with the lead screws? There they are. It's a pipe dream for so long that I was going to need them. Took about 3 days to get my. Was that from 3D Jake? Was it C-Tech? Say everything I've ordered off of 3D Jake is, to be fair, they've been quick and it's been like well packed and everything else. But
I've done a Hornet hot end assembly.
Oh right, yeah.
And that was literally within 2 days, and I was really surprised because that literally came with everything: all the fans, the hot end, the whole cowling system, the whole carriage. I think it was like 27 quid. I think
it's not bad.
I didn't think it was too brutal, to be honest. I thought that was reasonable. All the thermostat, the thermostat they were selling for like 7 quid on its own, so I was like, just buy the whole carriage.
Yeah.
Hot end block, everything was in there. So, yeah, I didn't think that was bad, and that was about 3 days.
Right.
Yeah, but they're sold out of PLA glue.
First lead screw in. Nice. I'll tell you what, these are a bit of a swine to get out of the plastic wrapping, but other than that. So how are you supposed to align them then? The goal here is to ensure the lead screws are parallel to their rails. If you need to loosen the 4 screws holding the motor mount, then do so. Oh, that's not aligned. I can tell that for a start. So okay, so you move around, that's why. So you undo the ones that are on the motor mount, and then those should allow you to move the motor, and that's how you align it, I guess. There we go.
There we go.
That's just pulled itself right into position. Perfect.
So when this is built, James, is this going to be your main FDM then for like your, because obviously your models,
I mean it'll be between this and the Voron, so I'm still having issues with the Voron's tool head. So it prints, but I'm getting clogging after like 5 or 6 hours, so I'm pretty sure it's the part cooling that's the issue, like it's overheating or whatever. And it's not just in this heat that it's doing that. It was doing that before. I sort of, the reality of the Voron is that it's a machine that you tinker with a lot. And I kind of want to get to a place where I've just got a machine that I can just click, forget, and walk away.
Yeah.
The Voron's a tinkerer's paradise. And I know that there's a lot of people that do a lot of sort of like after the fact modifications on these as well. But I want to get it printing what I really want is for it to. What I really want is for it to print ABS nicely. If I can get it so that it's a nice ABS printer, then I'd be really happy about that. Because
so if you get your Vcore working properly as you want, and this, does that mean that your FDMs are going to be not used? You'll be using the big ones, or you still use the smaller ones for?
See that? So I mean, given the choice, Vcore X1 or see, now that's difficult, right? Because my X1, especially now, so my X1, my Sidewinder X1, I've now got a Big Q tool head on, one of the B1s, and honestly, it's amazing. Like, absolutely choose through prints, and it is very much a click and forget machine.
Yeah.
The Vcore has never really been click and forget for me. I've always had to tinker with that. I'm hoping this one is sort of that level of assurance that it's just going to do what it says on the tin.
Yeah. So mine C Tex just said, that's exactly the same reason you went with the Vcore over the Vcore. I've done the tinkering and stuff, and I just wanted something reliable with the ability to think if I wanted. So, yeah. Well, that's it, isn't it? A lot of the Vorons are tinkering. You're constantly making changes. You're constantly doing different things. The carbon. Yeah. The X1 carbon. Well, that's it. You got the X1 carbon coming as well, haven't you? So
I really like the X1 carbon. Obviously, it's a great looking machine. We haven't reviewed one yet. Hopefully, we will be. We'll wait and see how it does. But will the X1 carbon be sort of as good as this is? I don't know the answer to that. I hope that it is. I don't know that it can be, to be honest. I don't really know whether or not a sort of a factory machine can ever really match a custom. I don't know.
So when your Voron's working fine, what speeds do you normally print out on it?
250. I'm normally chugging along on the Voron about 250.
Yeah.
And I'm doing that at a 0.16 layer height, and that's just I need good quality, but I want.
So is that quality print good then?
Oh yeah, that's a quality print. When it is working, it prints gorgeous.
And that's the difference, isn't it? It's like, I know a lot of the companies are going for faster and quicker. It's the quality part, isn't it? It's all right saying it does this cube in 6 minutes.
Yeah.
If you pick it up and it crumbles into talcum powder, it's not done its job.
M330s.
Yeah, so the X1 handles multi-material better than the Vcore and the Voron. Yeah. It's I think what the carbon's done is made the idea, like the MMUs, because they're quite expensive, aren't they? The MMUs.
Yeah.
The technology for it, they've actually incorporated into a whole machine, which I think is great. And I'm sure someone out there will be able to. The AMS unit, I'm pretty sure someone will be able to mod that to fit on any 3D printer eventually. There'll be someone.
Yeah, probably. I mean, it depends on how it interacts with the machine, doesn't it, really? Because ultimately, if it's not communicating in stock G code, if it's communicating in something proprietary, then you won't be able to use it on anything else. Like with the best one in the world, it just
because the app was released yesterday on the Apple Store, on the iPhones.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So I know a few people have been tinkering with that, and I think did they release the GitHub as well, Martin? Didn't they? I'm sure.
I think so. Yeah, I think the GitHub come out. I know Matt's been playing with it on the Under the Hot End team, and he's managed to do all the code for it, and he's got it working as a slicer at the second, but he's obviously still waiting for his printer. He got a little bit bored and started playing.
Yeah, and it's new, isn't it?
Yeah, he wanted to get a feel for how it was all laid out, to be honest.
So The AMS is $250. But it's cheaper than the MMU and stuff like that from Prusa and whoever else, isn't it? Though, if you could work that AMS on a normal printer,
I think Prusa's MMU's come down in price, so that's got sort of probably about the same sort of price tag, I'd like to think.
Oh no, Prusa have just put their prices up as well.
Oh, have they?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they just put all their prices up.
That feels pretty short-sighted.
I think it was about 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, something like that.
Right. That feels pretty short-sighted. Like the everybody's been getting really, really excited about the Bamboo coming out, and Prusa have to react to that properly. You know, they have to actually be serious about staying a contender in the space. Yeah. And if their answer is, oh, there's a new competitor that does everything and more, like, they need to take that challenge seriously. And I don't feel like they are at all. I don't feel like they're taking that seriously at all. And I think it's really going to cost them in market share, like really going to cost them, because everybody's go-to, if you are starting out 3D printing, then what you should start with is a Prusa. You know, that was if you can afford a Prusa, get one. If you can't, get an Ender 3. And the Bamboo Labs is going to be people's new go-to, or I feel like it is anyway. It's going to be their new go-to. This is what you should be getting.
And price-wise as well, even if people haven't backed it on Kickstarter, it's not overpriced for what you're getting, in my opinion.
No, I don't think it
How
is.
much is it?
You'd have to sell all your T-Tex, mate.
I'm pretty sure the one that you get where it's not the carbon, it's just the X1 with no AMS system, I think is like $900.
Yeah.
So it's knocking on the Prusa Mark III door and what will be the Prusa Mark IV door. Like it's
and that's it, isn't it? It's going to have a lot of companies thinking, isn't it, though? Because you look at the V400 that's just been released. That was what, $700, $600 pre-release, and it's about $800 recommended. You know, for an extra $200, you could have got the carbon.
Yeah. And I think a lot of people will be. I mean, but the thing is like when you're new to the hobby, being able to say, all right, well, I'm going to start out by getting the basic tool head, for example, and then I've got the option to upgrade at a later date. Like that's pretty good.
Yeah, it's quite a big sort of relief as well that you haven't got to pay everything out straight away, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, don't be wrong. The X1 versus the carbon, the enclosure is made of. So the X1 carbon is an all metal enclosure, whereas the stock X1 isn't. It's a polycarbonate one, but you know,
help with that.
So
it depends on how much you.
So like the Prusa XL as well, like obviously they're big, big fun thing coming to the market. You know, it's not cheap.
Unfortunately, guys, I'm going to have to make a move. I've got a load of stuff to do before work in the morning.
No worries, mate.
Still got to get a load.
Nice to see you again, Martin.
See you later.
Great to see you, Matt.
It's a pleasure, Martin. Thank you for joining us.
Chat to you later, Martin.
I will speak to you a little later. Cheers, guys.
I will chat to you soon.
Cheers. Speak to you later. I'll send you a link over as well, James.
Thank you very much.
Zero.
So this is the bed.
Wow.
So we need our M5 16s, which are these. We need.
So, you know, the Prusa XL, it's $500 to be assembled.
See, and it's just like that's just to me, that just seems like somebody savagely out of touch with their target market. That's how that feels to me. That just says to me that someone's just like, you know.
Well, it is Joseph Prusa. You have seen him interacting with women before, haven't you?
And then So if you want it fully assembled with two tool heads, it's $3,000.
Like that's
And the build volume is 36. Well, 360 by 360 by 360. So the carbon isn't, well, it's a bit smaller, but not by a lot.
Well, what's the carbon? 255.
Yeah. Cubed, isn't it? Yeah. 257, something like that. So, and you don't have to pull a dress on the carbon, do you? Like on the Prusa. It's a little skirt that pulls up. The Prusa XL's got the little skirt, hasn't it? You pull up.
Oh right, yeah. Oh god, yeah, the little bellows thing.
Yeah, so it looks like a bagpipe.
Yeah, that's an appalling design. I don't know who was thinking that through, but
so you could buy 3 carbon X1s for 1 XL from Prusa.
We're asking a lot. See, the thing is when the Prusa XL came out, what really were its contenders? Like, what really? Bye, Stephen. Thanks for joining. Its contenders were the Ultimaker and probably a Raise 3D. That was where they were pitching. That's where they were pitching at in the market. And an Ultimaker is 3 times the money, at least. An Ultimaker is gonna set you back a fortune. So's a Raise 3D's like $7,000 now or something. Do you know what I mean? Like it's money, grown up money. With the Bamboo Labs feel like they're really aggressively making moves into the area that Prusa were trying to dominate in. And I think it'll be really interesting to see how they if indeed they react at all, or whether or not they're just going to rely on the dedication of their fan base.
See, it's like, so Anchor brought out theirs, didn't it? And it to be honest, it looked impressive, for what it was. And then obviously the carbon came out. So, these companies are coming out now with these printers that you would have to buy a Vcore if you wanted to be printing at that speed. You'd have to build it yourself or get someone to do it for you. So, eventually every company's going to be going for speed, aren't they? And
I think so. I mean, look, I think as a lot of those companies continue to move in that direction, I think it'll be really interesting to see. So Mind C-Text just saying the Raise 3D E2 absolutely prints incredibly. So I can't remember what the price tag is on the E2. I mean, I know it's not cheap. I know it was originally pitched at education. I don't know whether or not they've sort of changed their marketing approach on that or not. All right. Kev Novo bed installed. Local maker MI, hello. Sorry, apologies. I haven't been keeping up with the comments.
So that is $3,300.
But is it a multi-tool? Is it
it's
like
an
a
IDEX.
multi-tool?
It's the IDEX one.
Right. Okay. It is the IDEX one. So that is fairly close then to where Prusa was pitching their stuff. Like that is fairly close.
And you get a 2-year warranty, or you can get a 3-year warranty.
Yeah, but what does that cover? That's going to be super limited.
Electrical,
bear in mind all
mechanical
the things
components.
You can screw up on one.
Yeah. $3,500.
All right.
I've been using my scanner and came out very nice.
What have you been
You've been
scanning
using
with
your scanner? Is just the lizard?
Yeah. It flew away. Made several actually. 2 different ones. 2 different scans.
An owl.
Yeah.
Have you not scanned your dog yet?
Nope. It moves too fast.
Boom. One bit. And then this just donk, donk, donk. I still find it so weird that the bed isn't really held down. The bed just
It
floats.
just sits on them, doesn't it? Yeah, it hovers, doesn't it?
Yeah,
On
it
them?
floats on these 4 corners, so the bed just stays like. I mean, don't be wrong, it's heavy. It's not moving anywhere. It's super solid, but yeah. Place the bed on the arms.
Right, I need to make a move, bros. I need to take some painkillers.
Okay, no worries, man.
I've destroyed my shoulder packing this weekend.
Right, okay.
You take care.
All right, see you later.
Catch you later, mate.
Man. Right, so it does say to secure this bed with some cable ties, which I will do later on. Annoyingly, that does insinuate that we're at the finish line, which I hate to tell it, but there's quite a lot of printer that that isn't in it yet. So I'm quite overly concerned. Or is that just because that's frame assembly? And then we move down to So we've done bed assembly. We now move down to EVA. So the next thing is doing the bed. Is doing the tool head. Then we move on to back end wiring, all the cable crimping, all the cable crimping, and running all our cable. But we are getting dangerously close to being able to call this a 3D printer. So that is all of the frame, the bed on. That's the XY gantry assembled this evening. So that's a lot done in the time that we've had. I think it makes a lot of sense that an hour and a half we call it there. And then next time we come on, we will be assembling the EVA tool head. So we went for one of the Slice Mosquito tool heads with an LGX light from Bondtech. So it'll be really interesting to see how well that does and how well that all goes on.
Yeah, I read nothing but good things about them.
What do you think you're going to print first on it?
What I think I'm going to print first? Well, I mean, there's a whole bunch of calibration stuff that I need to do.
Yeah,
first,
I mean,
so
after the calibration done, all of that.
Once the calibration's all done, then I don't know. I think I probably want to try doing a Flexi Dragon, actually, but like a big scaled up one. Problem is, I don't really know how much you can scale those up without.
You can scale as much as you want. You know, DeWitt Tim.
Will the joints carry on working, do they?
Yeah, DeWitt did it on his 500 by 500.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
But
so I probably want to do that. Sam Prentice has been asking us to get involved in his Death Racer thing.
Yeah.
So I think we probably might end up doing that as well. Actually, it's like a out of the gate project.
I've received the files today of him, or yesterday.
I've got some engineering resin I'm going to actually use to try for the parts that, with the motors connected to, see how strong they are.
Right, yeah.
So you're going to print your moving parts in resin. That's what I saw too.
Yeah, engineering strength resin. Might as well give it a go.
Yeah, I don't have that any engineering, I think. Hold on, let me see.
ABS light resin might be all right.
With what, sorry?
ABS light resin should be all right.
I just have the regular anti-cubic one I have left.
Because that's ABS resin's quite strong. I was quite surprised, actually.
Yeah. The ABS light resins, I was quite surprised by, to be honest. I didn't think they were going to be as good as they were, but they were actually really good. Right, okay. Thank you very much for joining us, guys and dolls. Please take a look in the video description. If you want to grab your own RatRig, then there's a link in there to go through to the RatRig website. If you are looking for a new computer build, then take a look at Direct Computing. They are our new channel sponsor. They have sent us some absolutely awesome kit, and there is a review coming of the new machine. I'm doing some comparisons between what is, I suppose, about a £500 build these days of like a second-hand machine, which is what I originally was working on, versus what is now a £2,000 powerhouse. So we'll be doing a review on that, showing off everything that can do. So loads more coming. We've also got loads more printers and loads of other content coming. Please do not forget to like and subscribe. We'll catch you on the next video. See you later, guys and dolls.
See you later, all.
See you later.